Let's go now to question number 93. Question number 93. Estimate the height of the tree. And it looks like they've given us a triangle. We're going to assume this is a right triangle. And it looks like they're just drawing the tree as growing straight up and down. And even if it's not straight up and down, we're looking for the height. We can measure the height even if the tree is crooked by drawing a line straight up or perpendicular from the ground to the top of the tree. And this is clearly a trig problem because we're given a measure of one angle of the right triangle, and we're given the measure of one side of the right triangle. So let's go through our steps. Step number 1, you should know this. Write SOHCAHTOA. Every time, please write that so you don't end up writing a wrong ratio or using the wrong trig function. Okay, the next step is to figure out which trig ratio we're going to use. So let's take a look at what we know. Oh, sorry class, the step before this is to pick a reference angle. So let's take a look at our reference angles. I'm going to label this as B and angle C, and this is angle D. So what is our reference angle going to be? Well, it's the angle that we know. So we know that angle B is 56 degrees, so our reference angle is going to be B. Now, based on the reference angle being B, let's label our sides. This side, BC, will always be the hypotenuse. Side CD is the leg that's opposite of our reference angle, and side BD is our side which is adjacent to our reference angle. Now we can ask the question, which trig ratio are we going to use? Let's take a look. Here's how we learned it in class. First, figure out which side you know. I should write on here. I forget how I did this. I think I wrote on here known side. Let's write known side. And the known side is BD, which is adjacent. So we're going to underline A and A. Okay. And then our next question is find side, which is the side we want to find. And we want to find the height of the tree, which is opposite. And so now we're going to underline O and O. And the way you figure this out, class, is we're going to use the trig function where both of the sides are underlined. In this case, we are using tangent because we know the opposite side. We want to know the adjacent side. And now we can go ahead and write our trig equation. Tangent of our reference angle of 56 degrees is equal to opposite over adjacent. Opposite we don't know. Let's go ahead and give that the variable h for the height. Adjacent we know is 30 feet. Next step, class, is to get the variable h all by itself. We've learned this in Algebra 1. You can multiply both sides by 30. And when you do that, the denominator of this fraction cancels with 30, and you end up with the equation 30 times tangent, whoops, let's start tangent with a T and not an A. 30 times tangent of 56 is equal to h. All we have to do now is plug that into our calculator. Let's do that now. 30 times tangent of 56, sorry, I think I said tangent of h before. 30 times tangent of 56 is equal to 44.47, we'll round to 7, 44.477, 44.477. That unit of measure is feet, and that is going to be the height of our tree. And that's a terrible circle. Let's fix that before we move on. There is the height of our tree.